Hey, hi, Heat Team. Hey, Heat Team. Want to welcome you to our March, the first call of the month, which is always our smaller call. It's not all of our big Heat Team call. And I really wanted to focus tonight on the shred. Besides focusing on Heidi Biggs is our new American citizen. Yay! Heidi, congratulations. Had to say that. All right, we got a new American amidst us. So I want to know what the difference is for you that get clients on the trio versus them doing the shred. Do you notice specific results, and how quickly do you notice them? So Heidi, would you mind sharing what you're noticing more on the shred maybe than on just the trio?
Sure. First of all, the results are that much faster. People get more energy, better digestion, and they're the biggest things that I notice with the feedback that I get from my customers, at least, especially the digestion and energy part, but also better recovery after workouts. And people, they get that with the trio, but after doing the shred, it's that much faster. It's like the tortoise and the hare. It's really, really fast.
Right. And Carrie, what about you? What are you noticing with your clients?
Right. Well, I think that they're being on the program with the shred has helped with all of them very much more quickly. They have better mental clarity. Their energy level is up. Their sleep better. In some cases, like swelling has gone down in their feet, and if they have any bloatiness, that's going away. And they just feel overall healthy, and they feel it very quickly.
Okay, great, Carrie. And then Alexa, I know you've had some results with your clients. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I agree with Heidi. I think that on the Trio Blend, people are still seeing results. It just takes longer and sometimes to recognize those results. And with the shred, people by day 2, day 3, I've been getting clients who are seeing an increase in their energy, better digestion, they're sleeping better, and they just feel more vibrant overall.
Great. So knowing that these are the stories that I'm hearing over and over again, that our shred, I shared this with a really good friend of mine, and in 4 days, she texted me and said, in 30 years, I have not slept this well. I've never been this regular. And it's in 4 days. We do hear those things on the trio. We even heard them just on the duo, but it took a much longer time. The impact of this is so much greater. And in the culture, the American culture, Heidi, in case you didn't notice, we want things to happen right away. We want a now. We are totally a now society. And with the shred, our clients can actually get that now sense. So knowing that, are all of you first and foremost sharing the shred with the new people that you meet? Hopefully everybody is starting with the shred. Number one, and the most important reason, is that we can help people quicker. We can get them better results, which means that they'll probably stay on the program longer, and they'll probably share it with friends. If you can get better, bigger results, that's our responsibility when we sponsor somebody as a customer, is to get them a good experience. Now, of course, that happens with customer care, but we're not at their home having them feel how they feel doing their shred. That's what happens inside their body. So if we're educating and we're doing our part and we've started them on the shred in the very best way possible, we're going to get to impact more people quickly than we ever have before. So that's on the impacting lives side. I want to talk a little bit about impacting our own lives financially and helping our distributors grow quickly. Because our job as distributors is to also get our new distributors a good experience quickly. And what does it look like to give a distributor a good experience? Number one, to be able to walk him through all the things and to get him to start right, which is the things that we talked about on our business builder call, getting somebody off to a good start. But our job is helping them to get their first check, to help them feel that the work that they're putting in, they are clearly being remunerated for. So those are some important things. I want to share with you something that makes, if you look at these numbers, and for some of you that aren't numbers people, don't let this go, blah! Don't do that. Just bear with me. We'll go over it a couple times, and we'll send the JPEG out on our Voxer, and we'll put it also on our Heat Facebook page for you guys to grab. I want to show you a little chart that I put together, so I need to do a little screen share, so hang on. Let's see. Oh, wait. Screen share is over here. Hold on. And we're all muted out. I'm assuming everybody's muted out. I'm going to make sure mute all so we don't. And if you do have a question, I'm totally game for you to unmute yourself and ask. So that doesn't bother me if you interrupt at any time. Screen share. This. Screen share. Okay. Oh, not that. Yikes. Sorry. Stop share. That's not it. This is what we wanted. A screen share. Hold on. We'll try it again. Screen share. Here we go. Screen share. Okay. Can all of you see this? And we'll do that and that. So we got a thumbs up, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So hang on 1 second. Play from start. So this is a chart that I put together. It was actually inspired by Michael. He was doing something different than this, and I thought, oh my gosh, if we could have all of this together so we could really see what the difference in numbers. I want to start at the bottom here. So if you were to just share a trio and attract a new customer, your promotional volume would be 169.5 points. You would be able to earn, as a brand new distributor, 39 points. And Heidi, I'm going to $39. And Heidi, because I can see your face really clearly. Heidi, you're up at the thumbnails. If there's anything that you can't see, or my cursor's not showing up, let me know. Just unmute yourself and you can just let me know. But here's the $39. I'm going to jump over to, if you're trying to work on your U&2 or your Healthy Living Plan, your HLP, you need 3 households. So if you did it with a trio and you got the 3 households, you'd have a total of 508 points, which is enough points to complete your U&2. You'd earn $117 on your 3 households. You'd get a $100 thank you bonus, and you'd earn $217 on a trio. And that's the way we've been teaching it for quite some time. But we can really up the game, not only for our customers' health, but also for our family's health. Let's just add in for a moment the trio with the Omega. Like if that's all you introduce to somebody, that's the quad. Now your PVC for promotional volume is 247. You're going to earn $55. You have to have 3 households. But notice that your promotional volume is now $740. So you're that much closer to doing your 2,000 plus when it's time. And you're going to earn a total of 265 points rather than the 217. I'm going to stop there, and if anybody has any questions, just unmute yourself and ask, and tell me what your name is. So I'm going to wait a second. Okay, we're good to go? All right. I'm not going to go through every one of these numbers, but I am going to show you the quad and 4 boxes of complete. Now, what that would look like if you were talking to somebody who was thinking about getting started with our program, the first place I'd start with, if you want to have a maximum experience, like the absolute best experience possible, I'm going to introduce you to our absolutely best program, okay? And what that includes is I'm assuming we've already talked to our customers about the red, green, and purple. They understand that. They already understand what the complete is. But I'm going to now bring in the whole Shred 10 idea. We have a program called the Shred 10. It's a 4-month program at minimum. And when you're on it, you're going to take your trio, your red, green, and purple every single day, and your omegas. And by the way, we learned something over the weekend that we've experimented with at Michelle's house today. If anybody has any fish oil or has friends that have fish oil omegas, open them up, put them in a little snack baggie with a cotton ball. Open them up and mush them out, mush the oil out onto the cotton ball. Leave the omega gel capsule in the baggie and zip it closed. Then take one of our omega capsules, open it up, and mush it let the oil leak onto the cotton ball. Put the capsule into the cotton ball and zip it up and let people just smell the tube. It's hilarious. They open up the fish one first and they smell it and they go like this. Oh, it's like smells gross. And then they zip it back up again. We did it with 6 people today. And then they open up ours and they go, oh my gosh, this smells like orange. This smells like vanilla. this has an amazing smell. And especially if they've ever taken a fish oil and they know that burpee thing, oh my gosh, it's so cool. So I just want to tell you that that's a great way to share how cool our omegas are. Okay, so let's get back to this. If you were to share the quad and you would get 4 boxes of complete, and say I was talking to Heidi about this, I say, so Heidi, our best package is, do the red, green, and purple and our omegas. And I might even say to Heidi, have you ever taken an omega before? Many people answer yes. You can ask a few little questions about it, and they're game to take the omega easily. And then what our shred program looks like is for 4 months, you're going to do 2 shakes a day, a healthy meal, some healthy snacks, and during the first 10 days of every month, you're going to join us for the shred. And during those 10 days, we're going to get really hardcore with our health. Like we're going to jump in and do the very best we can. And I describe the entire program of what they eliminate and what they add. And that's like the most incredible program ever. And that's going to cost you approximately, I don't have that number here. It's 190 plus 30. It's about $220 a month. But I don't say $220 a month. What I like to say is it's going to cost you approximately, and I don't have the numbers for this, it's around $7 a day, I believe. Maybe it's even $7.50 a day with the omegas. And so what I like to say to people is, oh my gosh, so you're going to not have to worry about 2 meals a day. You're going to get 2 great meals. And by the way, Heidi, do you ever go out to lunch? And when you do go out to lunch, what do you usually spend when you go out to lunch, Heidi?
Well, I live in Santa Barbara, so even just a regular salad's going to probably cost at least $10 or $12.
Right. So now for a little bit over $7 a day, you're going to get 2 meals, 30 fruits and vegetables, plus another 20-something foods in your shakes, and you're even going to get omega. So I like to think of the omega and the omega and the trio as just free. You're going to get 2 meals plus all that free, incredible, dense nutrition for just about $3.50 a meal. How does that feel to you, Heidi?
That feels very doable.
I know. It's like you're going to save some money living in Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah.
But by the way, just to let you know, I talked to somebody the other day, and he said he eats many meals at McDonald's. I didn't realize McDonald's is now about $8 a meal. So we can provide super healthy meals for $3.50 a day. And I know it's $3.50 a day when it's the trio and the 4 complete. I don't have that number exact, and I apologize for that for this call. I should have gotten that together. But approaching this with how many meals you're getting and what the cost of each meal is going to be is the absolute way to present the shred. If somebody then says, I don't think I can do 2 shakes a day for 4 months. That just seems like a lot for me. Is there another program that I can I do something different? At that point, I might drop down to the quad and 2 completes and explain that they're going to have 60 servings. So they're going to be able to do the shred with us the first month and maybe continue that kind of lifestyle the whole first 30 days and then have another 60 shakes to play with over the next 3 months. But let's look at these numbers. If we look at the quad and 4 complete, your promotional volume on one customer is 536 points. We still need 3 households. So now we have 1,600 points with our 3 households. We're going to be earning approximately $457 versus $217. Can you imagine your new distributor getting that, having us help them with that experience, that their first check for just their HLP is $457? I'm going to stop there now and see if anybody has any questions or any concerns. Are you thinking, nobody's going to buy that much, it's not going to happen, I can barely wrap my mind around this? Any questions? Okay. We're good to go?
I have something I'd just like to share.
Great.
And that is just from how I like to share from my perspective. When somebody asks, okay, I'm ready, what do I need to get started? I normally ask them if they'd like to know what my best experience, well, I've always shared my experience, but if they want the best possible experience, then I normally say then they would should really try my experience. That's what I normally come from. Not quite like that, but
Yeah, exactly. And sharing your own experience is critical, everybody.
Yeah.
It is so critical.
and if you want the best experience, then this is the way to go.
Right. And yet, if they need to drop down for finances, you don't want to make them feel bad at any point, even if they have to take the trio. Because as we know, when I started Juice Plus 25 years ago, all we had was the red and green. And in 8 weeks, it changed my life. So I had more energy. It did change my life. So it's not that it's not going to do it, but if we want to have the very best experience. So I want you to look at this. When you first start as a distributor, you make $39 in a trio. When you complete your HLP, you make $49. When you first start as a distributor doing this very best possible item right here, you start you earn $119, but when you complete the HLP, you're going to earn $150 the very following month on that same order. It's a big jump. Okay, I want to come down here. Once you've completed your HLP, what does all this look like? So as a direct distributor for any one of these products, whether it's the trio or the quad and 4 complete for our Juice Plus line, you're going to earn $49 on a trio once you're a DD. But when you complete your fast track to your 2,000 plus, from then on, you're going to make $62 on a trio, but you're going to make almost $200 on a shred customer. And you're giving them the best experience possible. Now remember, we need a minimum of 8 households, okay? So with 8 households, even just with the trio and the omegas, with 8 households, you've got almost 2,000 points. So you're gonna need to add one more little item, some bars or an extra shake for somebody. But even at that point, 8 households, with the trio, you need 12 trio orders. Now, you only need 8 households, so sometimes a husband and wife buy, so it could end up being 8 households, but you do need 12 orders. In all of these, you still need 8 households. That's the rule. Look at what you're going to earn with 8 households when you do the quad and 4 completes. If you do that, in the first 30 days, you now have your distributor earning $1,450 in their first month. Now, obviously, I'm going to move this. Wait, I'm going to shrink this. Can all of you see this over? Oh, now I can't see anybody. Can all of you see here on the right, the 3 households and 500 points to complete the HLP all the way on the right? Can you see that, Heidi? Great. So clearly, you can mix and match your products. Maybe some people will buy the quad with 4 completes, and maybe somebody will only buy the trio. But I really wanted to express the possibility of really impacting lives. So again, I'm going to stop there and see if anybody has any questions. And I'm going to stop share for a moment so I can see everybody. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, everybody gets this. Everybody gets this. So I just want to let you know, and I love when Carrie says, you know, when we see somebody else do something and get it done, it kind of makes it more possible for all of us. It's kind of like the 4-minute mile. And I know that some of you have shared the quad and 4 completes and have sold that as the T120, like premium best package possible. Carrie, I know you've done that. Anybody else has done that? Raise your hand. Denise, you've done the quad and we call it the quad and the T120. Anybody else? Okay, Maggie, you've done it. I did it yesterday for my first time. And I'm going to tell you that I did it with 2 people, a couple. So I did 2 quad orders with 4 boxes of complete. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a hard thing for me to wrap my mind around. And I even thought maybe I shouldn't order so much product. They're going to get everything all at once. Will they be okay with that? I went through that. I sent them an email telling them exactly what they would receive. You know, I'd say you're going to receive X amount of bottles of Juice Plus. You're going to receive X boxes of complete. This is how you're going to use it. They texted me back and said, we're ready. When's it coming? So it's definitely really doable. And Molly, I know we got somebody today on just the regular shred with 2 boxes, and it took us, I don't know, 10 minutes on the phone. People are ready to get healthy. They really want to see a difference in their lives. So again, I'm just going to stop and see if there's any questions.
So Nikki, so is the quad or the Shred 10 where you're starting, or are you kind of introducing just the concept of Juice Plus, and then
Once I've introduced that somebody has talked about getting healthy, they want to know about Juice Plus, and they want to know about whatever it is that we have, and I ask them a little bit about what they're looking for in their health. What do you love about your healthy lifestyle? What changes would you like to make about your lifestyle? Sounds to me like the very best thing we could do is our entire Shred 10 program. They've already seen a video on Juice Plus. They've probably already seen the 2-minute shred video, because that's generally the one that I share, is the 2-minute shred video. So that's already familiar with them. And I start at the top. I start absolutely at the top, because you can always drop down. But when you start at the bottom and you try to go up, it's a hard climb. It really is. And you know what? When they hear what they could have, and maybe their pocketbook right now doesn't allow them to, and they have to drop down, there's a little bit of FOMO. I wish I could get that. I'm going to get this, but I would like to get that. And, you know, we had a call today, Jonna, with your gal, Juana. There's Jonna, by the way. Wave your hand, Jonna. So when we were on the phone with Juana, and she said when she first looked at Juice Plus, she thought it was expensive. Now, she's the one that doesn't have any numb feet. She has more energy. She's sleeping through the night. Her niece that lives with her is pooping more. I mean, she's seeing all these benefits. And I said, for that price, does it feel you have all of those benefits, more energy and all those things? Are you worth that $3 a day? Are you worth that? Is it worth how you're feeling? And clearly, she does not think it's expensive when she matches it up to her experience, right?
And
so,
then, yeah,
Jonna.
Even with that, with some people, like she told me, I don't remember if she said this on the call today, she's going to be saving about $75 a month in prescription pain meds and $50 a month in doctor.
Right, because she's off of 2 of her pharmaceuticals now. So that's a saving also. And the idea, whether you just, whoops, you're breaking up a ton, John. I'm not sure why, but you look gorgeous. I don't, if you're just even doing the shakes, 2 boxes of shakes and the trio, you're looking at $3. I think it's $3 a day for a meal a day, for just one meal. Who doesn't spend more than $3 a day? Yes, and quality of life. Yeah, Denise.
I just wanted to say an experience I had today. My mom and dad have been trying this. They were really reluctant and skeptical. I started them on a trio that they're sharing because my mom has a hard time with the greens because of the garlic. And they just keep adding more. They're like, we need more shakes, we need more this. And she keeps telling me, it's really expensive, I can't afford it. So we talked today very specifically about the cost per meal, and that she is using that as a replacement for at least one meal. And she hadn't even thought about it that way. And when she did, she's like, oh, that's really reasonable.
Yeah, that's
so
really
I think people just don't even think about it that way when you break it down.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. So so again, do we have any questions?
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki.
I just wanted to show real quick, because I just got home, but I wanted to show our sample of what it looks like. With the fish oil capsule, and then this was our omega capsule. So they're actually cotton ball, like cute squares that I have.
Right.
And they work just as well, but here they are. Yeah.
It was so cool. And to see somebody's face was going, oh, you could just see it was so perfect.
Right.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to bring up is for a lot of these people, they're going to be able to cover their grandkids or their kids with the Children's Health Study. So they're going to get that product as well. And almost everyone is on an Omega. And so it's an easy switch.
Yeah.
Go to our Omega.
It's just a trade. And by the way, if you buy all 4 of them, it's going to come to somewhere around $225 a month. If you divide that by 30, it's about $745 a day for 2 meals. So you're looking at about $3.75 a meal, right? $3.75 a meal. And then you think about all the extras you get. You get the omegas, and you get the 30 fruits and vegetables and the berries. And that's only $3.50 a day per meal. So it is twice a day. But when you break it down like that, it really makes it very clear. Carrie, don't you still have a gal who's homeless, who's on Juice Plus?
I absolutely do. She's been homeless for probably 4 years.
And she's getting her Juice Plus. And why does she think this is a person with no money.
Right. Because she knows that Juice Plus is what's feeding her system and is fueling her and keeping her healthy. And to her, that's a better trade-off than trying to buy stuff in the store.
It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say they can't afford it, we have not created the value. That's why they can't afford it. It's really up to us to guide and educate them to the information so that they really see the value. Because again, I know you guys have heard me say this, but when someone goes into Starbucks and buys a $5 or $6 latte, it's because it's valuable to them. They walk in, they feel they're in a cool space. They like the smells. They like the friendliness. They like when they get their coffee. It has a certain flavor. It has a value to them. And it doesn't matter that it's healthy or not. It's valuable. And we can do the same thing with our Juice Plus. So,
Nikki.
Yes.
One of the things I like to add in when it is someone who gets someone on the children's study, when you are breaking down that it's only $3 whatever. Well, if you got a kid on it, so really it's only $1.50 because you're getting your health and a child.
It's a 2-for-1. It really is a 2-for-1, and it's really important that you be able to express that. So we're out of time. Denise, did you need to say something? It looked like your hand was up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing about another use for Complete too that is really good to remind people who have their kids on it. My daughter every single day gets pudding in her lunch, and she loves it. It's a sweet treat. I know I'm feeding her great nutrition, and so that's just like another thing. And I've shared that with some of my mom friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's so easy." So just keep that in your mind too when you're talking to people about their shakes and involving their kids and all of that stuff.
Denise, thank you. I've been reminded of that so many times, and it's not part of my world because I don't necessarily make the pudding for kids. But, whether it's the protein balls or the breakfast muffins or pancakes, that you can use Complete in so many ways so that if you do have somebody that says, I'm not sure I'm going to drink 2 shakes a day, let me share with you a way to grab a quick energy bar, and run out the door, but it's going to be so much less expensive and so much more healthy than the things that you buy in the store using our Complete. So lots of ways to use our Complete as snacks and as meals. All right. Are we good? All right. Whoop.
I have one other question.
Yeah.
So just so I can wrap my mind around it. So when you're talking about per meal, you're just talking about the Complete where they're doing meal replacements, correct?
Yes. But if it's costing you $7.50 a day, for example, you can break this up. It's $3.75 a meal, and you still get the other 30 fruits, vegetables, and whatever in addition to those 2 meals.
Right.
Right? So that's good news.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Everybody have a great week. We will be having our Take Healthy Back call. It's in the Shred. The pudding recipe is in the Shred cookbook, right, everybody? That's where you can find the Shred, the pudding recipe. All right.